Hi, welcome to Wilson Spills, where I debunk common Wilson estate myths over one cocktail at a time. The cocktail I'll be making today is called the Dark and Stormy, and the myth is there is no obligation to lodge tax returns once you've passed away. Now, I have Lachlan Ashdown with me, who's a senior accountant at PTP. Thanks for joining me, Lachlan.
Thanks for having me, Linda.
So you're going to help me debunk this myth. Now, so I deal with numerous estates where the deceased fail to lodge tax returns during their lifetime. So in these circumstances, does the executor have to lodge tax returns on behalf of the deceased?
Absolutely. So the executor does have to lodge tax returns not only for the estate but for the deceased, and this can be for numerous ones going back prior to the year that they died, and you also have to lodge one as the individual from 1 July to the date of death as well, which is quite a common mishap that happens with people that do not seek proper representation.
So what about in the instance of an estate? Does the deceased estate have to lodge a tax return? And if so, do they have to get a tax file number?
Yes, absolutely. So if the estate earns any income, and this can be bank accounts earning interest, rental properties, or any capital gains that could happen from assets in the estate, that will require them to lodge a tax return and also get a tax file number. This is done through either the tax accountant themselves or through the administrator can do it. The thing is this can also be an exemption if they earn under $18,000 a year.
Thanks for that. So we all know that income tax is the obvious tax. Are there any sort of other taxes that an administrative executive needs to be aware of?
Yes, absolutely. So there's other ones that have to be aware of. This can be the death tax on superannuation, which could be up to 30% of the fund's value if it's not paid to a tax-based beneficiary. Other taxes can be CGT on assets, as I said previously. Additionally, other taxes, if you've had a business, could be GST as well.
So there you have it. If you are an executive or administrator of an estate, there are tax obligations that you need to consider before you do the final distribution. So it's essential you seek professional advice either from a tax accountant like Lachlan or a lawyer who specialises in estates. So as they say, the only certainties in life are death and taxes. Let's have a drink, Lachlan. Cheers.